Dave, good to see you again, man.
Always.
I feel like it was just yesterday we were talking.
It was literally
Yeah,
just
it was
yesterday.
literally just yesterday. But seriously, I like I told you yesterday, dude, I am obsessed with this movie. And the more I think about it, I genuinely think it actually might be my favorite movie so far this year. So seriously,
Oh man, that
congratulations.
means a lot. I love that.
It's so cool. I think one of the headlines that everyone's going to be using coming out of this, and I think it's a little easy, is, oh my God, Dave Franco is making this jump from comedy to horror. But I feel like if you think about it, that happens more often than you think. But, Jordan Peele winning an Oscar for it, and Chris Rock is doing the new Saw movie. One of my favorite Robin Williams performances is 1 Hour Photo and Insomnia,
Sure,
which is
sure.
awesome. Is there sort of an interesting, weird connection between comedy and horror that we haven't quite figured out yet, and that I feel like a lot of you guys make that jump from one to the other?
That is a great question that I don't think I have an intelligent answer to. But what I will say about, I think, just directing a horror film for the first time is, the genre deals with such extremes, just in terms of emotions and just how far you can take things. And I think what that allows a director to do is really have fun with the overall style, where you can make bold choices and take risks. And so as a first-time director, it's like, all right, it's fun working within this genre because I feel like I can make something that actually feels uniquely mine. And it shows off like just like these idiosyncrasies that are just like very specific to me.
Yeah, it was the coolest feeling because when the movie was over, one of my first thoughts was like, I cannot wait to see what you do next. I feel like it was a sign that you did something right. I obviously, now that you have experience behind the camera, you understand what it takes to be a director and the challenges and everything that you have to overcome. Looking back at the past films that you've been in as an actor, not dismissing the work as that director, but what is a film that you would like to maybe have tried out directing yourself to see if maybe you could have pulled it off?
That's such a difficult question. Okay,
Why is it Beale Street?
Let me think. I mean, just in terms of a movie that I feel like I have the sensibilities to have taken it on. Let's go with. Oh God, you're killing me, man. I mean, I'm just gonna say Disaster Artist, and the reason for this, the reason for this is because that tone is so much just like in my wheelhouse. Where I've never been the comedy guy who throws out a bunch of jokes, just rattles joke after joke after joke. I'm more the guy who you put in a bizarre situation with bizarre characters, and I will play it as straight and as real as possible and let the humor come from that. And so that's kind of the comedy that we tapped into with Disaster Artist. And all of this being said, obviously my brother fucking crushed his work on that movie. Yep. And so I'm not taking away from that. I'm just more commenting on a movie that I feel like I know how to at least approach.
Yeah, fair enough. I get that. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to try to frame it so that we can talk about it without spoilers, and I hope that you can answer it without getting into spoilers. But you mentioned something in my podcast yesterday about how you already have an idea for a sequel.
Yeah.
And I think that's fascinating because I have absolutely no idea where it could go from here. Without ruining the surprises or the end of this movie, can you explain to me how you go? Like, could there be multiple films? Is it just one more story you have an idea for? Like how do you do that?
It's a tough question. How do I tiptoe around?
And it's my last one, so you gotta answer it.
Okay, so basically, without giving anything away, what I'm thinking is kind of tapping into the mythology of this villain a little bit more.
Yeah.
And potentially taking it international. There are obviously Airbnbs all over the world. Yeah. And what else can I say?
Let me phrase it this way. What is the way to do it without, because one of the things I liked about this movie is that it doesn't overly explain too much. So what is the way to do that without like just peeking behind the curtain and being like, hey, here is everything?
It's impossible to answer this question without telling you exactly.
I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited about this movie, and I just want to keep talking about it.
But just know that the idea that I have, it definitely like pays homage to this first one, but it diverts enough where it doesn't just feel like a complete retread of what you just saw. And I want to tell you more, but I just can't. And
Well, just call me, man.
there you go.
I've been waiting this whole pandemic for the phone to ring, and it hasn't. Seriously, dude, I hope when you do the sequel to this, I get to talk to you for it. You and I have been talking for a very long time, and you're always so kind, man. And I really do appreciate it. And thanks for always putting up with my weird questions. I appreciate it.
No, you're always one of my favorites. You clearly do your homework, and it gets me out of the routine of answering the same questions over and over.
Well, I appreciate it, man, dude. Congratulations on the film. I cannot wait to see where your directorial career goes.
Thanks, man.
Great.
All right, man. Take care. Good to see you. Be
so
safe.
much.